Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Monday, the 9th of January 2023. In today's Millwall news, Gary Rowett mentioned previously that we're after a bit of quality up front, and we have today been linked with a bit of quality, and that is Jamal Lowe. And this is from footballleagueworld.co.uk. Millwall and Bristol City join transfer battle for 28-year-old forward Jamal Lowe there. To join the race for Bournemouth forward Jamal Lowe. The 28-year-old has struggled for minutes for Cherries in the Premier League, with the South Coast side expected to be active in the market this month. Lowe's chances of game time are likely to reduce moving forward. Therefore, a January switch feels inevitable, and a host of clubs have been linked with the player, including QPR, Norwich City, and Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town in League One. And in a fresh development, TalkSport reporter Alex Crook has revealed. So this has come from TalkSport, a reporter on there. Did he say this on the radio or is this on his Twitter? I can't be bothered to click on the link. Yes, on his Twitter. So on his Twitter, he's saying this, and that the Lions and the Robins, to Millwall and Bristol City, are also keen on the former Swansea City man, who has proven himself at Championship level in the past. The need for attacking reinforcements is obvious for Gary Rowett, knowing he only failed to score more than 6 in the league this season. Meanwhile, Nigel Pearson is keen to add. I don't care about Nigel Pearson. Lowe will be a good signing for most in the Championship as he brings pace, goals, and the ability to play in a different attacking positions. So it's no surprise to see there is plenty of interest, and the club's interested will all benefit from having a player like him in their squad. This is one to monitor in the coming weeks, and it will be a real coup for whoever does win the race to sign the Bournemouth man. Indeed, and like I said before, I think it was in yesterday's video, if this is a player they're trying to get off of the books, or maybe they're not, because it's likely that they might get relegated. So he's proven Championship, but he's not proven Premiership. So if they're going to get relegated, it makes sense they loan him out. And then when they get relegated, they bring him back in, and he can do the job for them next season. But I think Jamal Lowe, I think is a player we bid for in the past when he was at Wigan and Fleck. We did try to sign him, so that might be an advantage for us in trying to get him amongst a list of all those clubs that were listed there: Norwich, QPR, Ipswich, Bristol City, because that has been mentioned previously about players that come to us, that they liked our persistence. Zion Fleming was one of them. I think there was someone else as well. I can't remember who, but they thought, oh, they're back. They want to sign me still. They haven't given up. And that's like when that's over like 2 years, 3 years, and like they come back, they still want to sign me. So I think it's been a while since Jamal Lowe's been at Wigan, and we tried to sign him from them. So we went so far as to put a bid in, I believe. So that might be something that interests him. Don't know. We will wait and see, but that is certainly a quality player there. Proven Championship quality player, and would be a very fine addition to our squad, either on loan or permanent, but loan is more likely. So that's from Football League World. So there we go. Another player linked for Millwall. Moving on now to this, the official website have been a bit busy today. They put this up among many other things. Memorial Day. They've selected a game for the Memorial Day for 2023, and that will be the Sunderland game, which is on Saturday the 4th of February, kick-off at 3 PM, and the match will see the club hold its annual Memorial Day. The day will see the Lions honour all supporters sadly lost in 2022 by way of a minute's applause, plus their name on the big screen. The list of names will also be available to view in Mill's match pack and on the Lions official Twitter account on the day. If you have a Millwall supporting friend or relative who sadly passed away in 2022, the club wants to hear from you. So if you want to get involved in this, if you want to send their name in, you can send their loved one's name to email by slo@millwallplc.com, and that's by Friday the 27th. So anyone who passed away last year, if they were a Millwall fan, if they were connected to Millwall in any way, just and you want them to be part of this remembrance day for the fans and such, send their name in and they will be included. So there you go. Also from the official website is the Loanwatch. So Millwall loanies lose out. Jamal, Lawson and Alex Mitchell were defeated in loan action this past weekend. Lawson played 53 minutes as Maidstone United lost 4-1 at York City in the Panorama National League. The midfielder was replaced by Sol Wangio Smith as Shakar Ford netted a hat-trick for the Minstermen. Yes, and that heavy defeat ended up costing the manager his job. So the manager been saying some good things about Jamal Lawson. I think he singled him out for praise a couple of games ago and said he was the only one who seemed to put any effort in. And he has been sacked because Maidstone United not doing very well in that league. And yeah, well, I don't know if he's sacked or he's left. They've gone. So I don't know what that means for the Millwall loanee. He might find himself on the bench for no fault of his own. But we shall have to wait and see. Mitchell, so Alex Mitchell, meanwhile, was present for the full game as Aberdeen were 2-0 winners over the Saints. So basically, that's a weird way of saying St Johnstone lost. St Johnstone currently sit 8th in Scotland's top flight, which, wow, they're 8th. No, it's a 12-team league. So, yeah, you could say 3 from the bottom. Or is it 4 from the bottom? Yeah, 4 from the bottom. B-side Top Lodge and Bromley saw their fixture postponed on Saturday because it was raining quite heavily all day, wasn't it? However, as the Ravens tripped at Altrincham fell foul of the weather. So the upcoming fixtures are Jamal Lawson at Notts County in the FA Trophy 4th round, and that is on a Sunday, and that's kicking off at 3 p.m. I don't know if that's on the I don't know if that's because that's on television. Do they televise FA Trophy games? Or maybe it's just because Forrester got a game on the Saturday and they had to move the Notts County game to the Sunday because that's just a cup game. Maybe it's that. Alex Mitchell's St Johnstone are at home to Livingston. Livingston, I presume. Yes, it is. On Saturday, it's kick-off at 3 p.m. and B-side Top Lodge is travelling to the mighty Wrexham tomorrow, Tuesday the 10th of January, kick-off 7:30 p.m. Bright lights and big city of Wrexham. Now, another story, like I said, club official website has been very busy today. I told you about this the other day, but they put up a story about it, so I'm going to talk about it as well. Take advantage of half-price Hummel gear in Mill's Line Store. So Mill's Line Store is housing a half-price Hummel sale, now situated at shop.millfc.co.uk. Fans can benefit from 50% off all Hummel wear from 9 a.m. on Saturday the 7th of January, and the offer is available in store too. So there you go. Some fans are reporting that sizes of stuff and things are not available. So that is be careful. Caveat emptor, buyer beware. Now this also from the club website. Previewing, so the under 21s are back in action. They have had a Christmas break and they are now back in action tomorrow. They're at home to Queen's Park Rangers, but the game is at a training ground. It is not at the Den. You will not be in attendance, and it's not being shown either. Now QPR, I believe they were also on Recast app. They were doing that, and sometimes they do show their games on that, but nothing for this game, which I guess because it's a away game, they can't really just put up on their own with their own cameras and just start filming willy-nilly. They probably have to get permission, and Millwall said no. So yeah, so here we go. So Millwall under 21s welcome Queen's Park Rangers to Calmont Road, the Professional Development League on Tuesday afternoon. and it's kicking off at 1:30. Kevin Nugent's side are back in action for the first time since the start of December, where they were involved in the exhilarating 3-3 draw versus Ipswich Town. Yeah, they were losing and they had to come back, so that was a very good result for them. The Lions are currently placed in second and occupy one of the two playoff positions and are looking to continue their promotion push in the second half of the season, beginning with 9th place QPR. Millwall are currently sitting comfortable in the league table with a huge 8-point gap between them and Swansea City in third, whilst a win versus QPR could see the Lions top the table, depending on Bristol City's result against Cardiff City. Indeed. So tomorrow, 1:30, QPR under 21s versus Millwall. Nugent's side have been scoring goals for fun all season, racking up a mighty 41 goals in just 14 games. So many goals! With Abdul Malik finding the net on 14 occasions, Tom Leahy and Seb Ross will also be hoping to add to their tally. Both of them are sitting in a respectable total of 5. Two of Drods is coming in the previous match versus Ipswich. The Lions have just lost 2 games all season and are unbeaten on home territory, with Mill coming out on top as 2-1 winners last time the two sides met at Loftus Road QPR, which I watched live on Recast. On the other hand, QPR are winless in the league since October. However, Dangermen Sinclair, Armstrong and Alfred Lloyd will be looking to change their fortunes. So updates will be on Mill's Twitter, and there will be a report after the match. So yeah, good little test. Obviously, you've got B-side Top Logic off on a loan at Bromley and Jamal Lawson on loan at Maidstone, which is probably more important in their development. So some other players are going to have to step up and step in and fill their boots, and hopefully that'll be enough to get the result against QPR. But we'll see. Interesting to see if they got any rust on them and how they get on. Now, talking of Millwall youth teams, this story now, the official site normally doesn't really talk about the under 18s that much, especially their league games. If you didn't know, they play every Saturday at like 11 AM kickoffs up and down the country, and it never really gets talked about. It's just not a done thing. I don't think they don't want them to get big-headed. I think there's like a safeguarding issue as well, because most of them they're under 18s, they're basically 16 years old. But they put this up now. This is interesting because last time we spoke about the under 18s, it was sadly after they got absolutely thrashed in the FA Youth Cup third round against Arsenal, which is no shame because Arsenal are a very good team. And you were kind of worried about how they would react. Well, they've reacted quite well because they've just gone away to Ipswich and won 7-1. And Ipswich aren't the worst team in the league; they're like mid-table. So this is a pretty decent result. It's good to see them bounce back, that they haven't been affected by playing against Arsenal. Maybe they learnt a few things. They thought, whoa, this is the standard. This is like, I'm a footballer for an under 18s, and they're footballers for under 18s, and they're very good. I should try and be like them. Maybe it's that situation, I don't know, but there were 7-1 winners over Ipswich Town on Saturday morning. Henry Hearn and Lokai Coleman both bagged braces, the latter scoring one from the penalty spot, with Ernie Cheeseman and Frankie Baker and Arezki Amuichin also finding the net in a rout in Southwark. Larry McAvoy and Chris Perry's side found themselves 1-0 down against the Tractor Boys after just 3 minutes. They hit 7 goals without reply to seal all 3 points. So there was a bit of a headache because they set up, they started the game 3 minutes in. Oh, we're losing. They were 1-0 down, and then they just powered on and ended up scoring 7 goals. So not bad. The under 18s, who sit second in the PBL on goal difference, entertain Bristol City Calmont Road on Saturday the 14th of January in their next fixture. And good luck to them in that. So yeah, good to see that there's no hangover from the Arsenal game. Congratulations, well done everyone. And on that note, thank you for watching, and Goodbye.